Alrighty, tidy. I told you we were going to talk about some cleaning. You can't own a toy without having your cleaning products. Boys and girls, you listen up. Dirty Gertie knows these things, all right? All right. You see my lovely setup over here? That is my cleaning. I call it my TLC. Your toy tote is your T, L is your lubricant, and C is your cleaner. And then I got a plus, so TLC plus. Let's start talking about the toy tote. All right, this is your sugar sack. Yeah, it's called a sugar sack. And comes in red and pink. This is a large, still in the package. I didn't want to get it all dirtied up for nobody. So it has a cinch at the top, so you just cinch it close. It has antibacterial Bioshield 75 technology. It's not just a silky bag, y'all. It has Bioshield 75 technology on the inside. It's a safe, revolutionary surface protectant that inhibits the growth of yeast and other harmful bacteria. And anybody who knows any female knows that the vagina has its own healthy bacteria. It grows yeast. It's supernatural. So if you've gotten a yeast infection, girl, we've all had one at one point. But how do you get a yeast infection? You use a toy and you don't clean it and you don't keep it in a safe place. And then that bacteria, that safe bacteria, it goes bad. It's like good cop, bad cop. Starts out good, goes bad. And then what happens? You go use your toy, you're all excited, maybe by yourself or with your partner, and you use it on yourself and you get to that happy place. But in a couple days, the happiness is totally gone because you gave yourself a bacteria infection or a yeast infection. So clean your toys. Store them in a happy sack. It's a sugar sack, but I still call it a happy sack. So you store it in here, all right? All right, so how do you get it clean? Great question. You're gonna use Lisa's cleaner. This is Fresh and Clean from CG. It's a foaming toy cleaner. They have it in liquid or foaming. Either one works just fine. Now you can put it under the sink and use some safe dish soap and wash all the love juices off of it. And then you're gonna use this and just squirt it on, just squirt it all over it. And then the easiest thing to do is just give it a hand job. Wipe it all over, get in all the little grooves and fixtures there, and then rinse it underwater and leave it out to towel dry. If you have little ones, put it on a towel out of reach and lay another towel over it, let it dry. Bada boom, bada bing, you're done. Then you put in your sugar sack, your happy sack. All right, that's your cleaner. All right, so what about lubricant? Now, ladies, I've heard ladies say, oh, I never need lubricant. Everybody needs lubricant, honey. Maybe not every time, but everybody needs lubricant. Have you ever, after your happy escapades with your partner, I'm talking male or female here, it don't matter. Dirty Gertie don't judge. What you do in your room is perfectly okay with me. You just leave animals and kids out of it, okay? Then I'm perfectly okay with whatever you do. So after your little escapade, have you sometimes had some pain down there? Like when you go pee? Or it just hurts a little bit? And you thought, ooh, he was kind of rough with me. No, honey. You are causing little tiny tears in your vaginal wall. And what happens when you get little tears? They gotta heal, right? Right. But that leaves little micro tears in your vaginal wall. So when it heals up, you have a little heel in there that desensitizes. So if you keep having those internal tears, you are gonna lose the feeling in your vaginal walls. Yes, trust me, Gertie knows. I'm an old woman. It took me a long time to learn that. I like my clitoral feeling and my vaginal feelings. Thank you very much. So I make sure maybe sometimes it's just a tiny little bit. Just gives me that little bit of help. But sometimes you gotta double pump it. But don't let your man do it because they think you need to have a bottle and you don't. Because then you can't feel a dang thing down there. All right? So this is the water-based lubricant from CG, same as the cleaner. And this is just a personal water-based lubricant. Plus, it's real pretty. Somebody sees this on your nightstand, they won't think nothing of it. There you go. Now the last thing, this is my plus, or my TLC plus. This is phenomenal stuff, ladies. I'm gonna take it out of the packaging. This is CG as well. CG, oh yes. Clitoral cooling stimulant. And here's what the bottle looks like. Yeah, you still get a bunch. Little pea-sized amount. Put it on your finger. And then what you're gonna do is you got that little bit on your finger, you're gonna expose your happy button. Yes, that's your outer labia, and that's your clitoris. Some of them poke out, some of them hide in, some of them poke a little, some of them poke a lot. They're all natural, all right? But you're gonna take that pea-sized amount, plop it right on your clitoris. Rub it in a little bit, give it a little loving. And it's gonna do is, this is the cooling one. So it's gonna feel like a peppermint patty in your panties. Oh, yes. You ever eat a peppermint patty and then go, and it feels all cool and wonderful? That's what happened to your clitoris. And all this is doing is what the good Lord above, or whatever you believe in, designed us this way. Yes, all it's doing is rushing the blood to your clitoris. Yes. It's just speeding things up for you. Because men are like microwaves. If you have a male partner, men are like microwaves. They're like ready in 2 seconds, 30 seconds? No, that's way too long. Like 1 second. They're ready all the time. Ding, they're ready. Women are like ovens. You got to preheat us. You got to talk to us. Get our brain involved. Get the nipples involved. You got to get us heated. You got to get things going. Things got to get lubricated down there. They need time. And men, if you're not preheating your lady, you need to invest in some of this and help her preheat. Yes, you put a little bit of those clitoris, and yet you're going to sing Angels Sing because you're both going to come at the same time. You're welcome. It's part of my TLC Plus. Yes. So, yes, there's your TLC Plus. Go get it. Lisa's website, lisaslovelounge.com.